Slaying you will only increase my standing.
So trollers, get ready, because I ain't fucking about that, okay, bitches. Fucking bury me and my friends again.
What is this sorceress power? To enter their minds? It is not natural.
It is the power to sow terror among the servants of our enemy. It is the power to hunt the followers of the Dark Lord.
Hang on! Hang on! Get in! Fucking dog. Get in! That's enough message, mate. Stop it! Hang on, hang on. Don't come in yet. Yeah, come in. It's a hard handle, just turn it, that's it.
How you doing?
So I've put the game on pause.
Alright then. How you doing?
I'm alright, I'm just
Yeah?
pissed off with this. Because I'll tell you now, no offence to you, because I know you are only doing your jobs. You deserve bloody medals and that as far as I'm concerned. But I've now got the receipt somewhere from my solicitor. This should have ended 2.5 years ago now. I've now took my solicitor's advice. He's now sent the forms off to this IPOC or IOPC now. I've got every intentions of not just suing Bedfordshire, but Humberside Police for this now. I'm sorry. It's nothing against you personally, but this should have ended 2.5 years ago. My family have done statements. I've done statements. I've even sent Bedfordshire Police last year evidence of a card that high to, what's it called? What's that police station in Bedford called? Lime Street. Nothing has happened. I've got a silver case up there if you want to get it down. I've been getting letters sent to me called P file and all that. Hang on. If you've got a camera or something where you can record all this evidence. Oh, hang on, here's the sheets. Now settle down. There's the links. That's what I've got so far. There you go. That's what I've got so far. Now, Jerningham is a very good friend of mine online. They're even bullying him. Something chronic. Yeah. Now, I've got footage on my mobile phone. Just bear with me. I've got to find that. Now, is that it? Yeah. Mate, can you just grab my mobile phone off of behind me, please? This is it now. It ends and it ends today. I'm not. My family have now stepped in now, and they've now said if it doesn't stop, he's going to get hurt, and I don't want it to go that far. I'm now fearing now from my family because I know what's going to happen.
From who?
From my family.
Fearing from who?
I'm fearing from my family for these trollers. Because my family have said, because if they don't leave me alone, they will, I'm telling you, these trollers will leave me alone. I'm telling you.
The trollers are Mars, aren't they?
But this is just it's not just the fact of what they've done. Is, to me, they can call me whatever they like. I don't give a shit.
Alright.
But when you've got a mother that's nearly in her 80s that's just got over Hodgkin's lymphoma, how the hell they've got her address to begin with, right?
Right.
They're sending male prostitutes round to her house at 3 o'clock. She's just got over Hodgkin's lymphoma.
And what's happened in regards to that? Has that been reported?
Yeah.
Okay.
The police have been round her house.
Okay.
In fact, the police come round her house that night and then come round my house.
When was that?
Oh, about 5-6 months ago.
Okay.
But it's still happening.
So that investigation has obviously been going on, or whatever, and it's ended for whatever reason.
Well,
that's a totally different department for us.
It's from the same trollers, though.
Okay.
I think the issue with your mum's address, I'm sure I've watched a video where you've mentioned where she lives or her phone number. I'm sure I've seen
I've
that.
never given my mum's address
I
out,
am
ever.
I am sure
and I've
I've
actually
seen
got
that.
the evidence somewhere
So bearing in mind
where
that
they've said they've hacked in to find details about her.
Regardless of what anyone else has said, I am sure that I have watched a YouTube video, bearing in mind I've watched a lot of them, of you revealing her personal details onto the internet.
I've not actually personally given it out, but I've actually said, why has someone put my mother's address out there? Now, I can quite assure you of that. You know what I mean? I've actually got evidence, a lot of it, of where these trollers are actually admitting to doing what they're doing. And I've actually handed that into Lime Street. What the hell's going on?
Why have you given it to Lime Street? Because Lime Street...
Because...
You're going to send it on to me, basically.
Okay.
It went on to... Well, but back then it was somebody else.
Okay. Danny, you probably don't remember me. I remember you when you was living in Blenheim, years ago.
I remember your face.
Years ago, when you were in the back, in that shed thing.
When Dad was dying.
Yeah. So I was there then, so I remember you from there.
I know, because you used to see him with Dad, yeah.
Yeah, before you became a TV star and all of that sort of stuff.
Oh, back in the stupid days, yeah, when I done my time for that, you know what I mean?
So
I said some stupid thing. Hey, I'm no angel, don't get me wrong.
No,
I'm no angel. I hold my hands up to that.
And that's why I'm coming here to speak to you, because I know you from past anyway.
Exactly, I've got no qualm about that. But it's the fact is, back then, trollers in them days, they were just stupid idiots, you know what I mean? You had a go at them once, that was it, they were gone, they left you alone. But these trollers are another kettle of fish altogether.
However, I put things in place with Aaron to help you and support you.
Yeah.
But you don't seem to be taking that on board. In regards to, he's giving you those lists, those diaries, sheets, you need to complete those.
Yeah.
And give them to Aaron every now and again.
Not a problem.
Not phone every time 999 101 to Bedfordshire Police. Aaron will collect that information, review it, and find out what is evidence that we can use and what we can't use.
Yeah.
And then he will pass it on to the relevant department who will investigate the crime. You can't keep phoning 101.
It's just so frustrating, though.
It's a big demand on us. We've got a lot of things on going at the moment.
Hey, I appreciate that, I appreciate that.
And you probably think this is a big thing, and yes, it is a big thing to you. However, compared to some of the other things that we have to manage and deal, you have to realise that we have to deal with priorities. We have to prioritise everything. Alright?
Yeah.
So, can I ask you to just complete these diary sheets? If you need more diary sheets, we'll get more diary sheets to you. But we will collect them, and don't keep phoning the control room for it. Unless it's an emergency, obviously.
Yeah,
you fell out of bed or something, you need 999 or whatever. Anything like that.
That's what I've got this
you know, yeah. So you know when you should be phoning us. Okay. Can I ask that you do that, please?
Yeah, yeah, not a problem.
Because what I don't want is to end up dealing with you for wasting police time.
Yeah, yeah, not a problem.
And I'm sure you don't want that. We'll help you as much as we can.
It's not a problem.
All right, we will help you as much as we can. The other thing I want to say to you, some of those videos, you're there in just a pair of underwear. Set of underwear.
Previous ones.
Yeah, see, a lot of them are my old ones.
Okay.
No, we got
but the thing is, though, they're from my old accounts off my other... a lot of them off my old consoles, which I don't remember the accounts. If I knew them, I'd turn it all off.
Okay.
But the problem is,
but
what they do though, they keep putting it out there. They keep redistributing it.
But this is the thing,
That's
Daniel.
the problem.
This is the thing. You've created a lot of digital content that cannot be deleted. If they regurgitate it, unfortunately, by publishing it, they can. A lot of what you've shown me on all of these, I've researched them online, there are still no offences being committed. Yes, they're horrible and they're abusive and they're nasty. They're not grossly offensive or indecent, again, in comparison to what I have seen you publish and post. And secondly, having watched some more, again, I am concerned that you are making phone calls to the police. So when we came in here, you were particularly vociferous about your complaint to Bedfordshire, about Bedfordshire Police and everything else, yeah? I have seen a similar course of conduct in that, where that appears on a video that's edited, where you are then allowing your trollers potentially to be viewing that to fuel whatever you're doing. So I'm fully expecting your camera up here to potentially be on, recording me.
No, but you're more than welcome to have a look.
But appreciate my suspicion here. So you have content to put on the internet to look, I'm turning the police. That doesn't help you. That doesn't help us. That actually makes us think more often than not that we are just a bit of a pawn in a bit of a game. And it's got to stop. Like I said before as well, I don't assume what you're telling me is the truth. I don't believe you, and I will challenge you on what I think is incorrect, as I will do everybody and everything. Because it would be unfair of me just to take your word for it. I need you to provide me with evidence and show me that there are harassment offences being committed and malicious communications offences being committed, and you are not to be contacting Bedfordshire Police directly to report them unless there is a threat to your life or a threat to your well-being that is an immediate concern. And you've got to stop calling me every day as well, because I can't manage your constant phone calls as well.
They've put all my address up there. Now, I can never prove who put it out there, but this is actually Google.
Okay, that's not harassment. That is your details on a Yellow Pages, essentially.
Not just Yellow Pages.
Everybody has that.
Ultimately,
anybody who's registered to vote and an address will have something on a system somewhere.
What, wheelie bins?
Wheelie bins.
This ain't just on that site, it's on every single site you can
No. They all link into others. So all of those websites will link to others. So it won't be just the normal.
No, I don't use Twitter. I don't use Twitter.
Show us.
Hang on. I wouldn't even know what Twitter was, to be fair. I know it's some sort of.
You know it's a social media platform.
Oh yeah. Oh, fuck's sake, won't even let me. Here we go. Now, most of these are all the trollers that I know. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of these don't really bother me that much now.
Okay.
But, yeah.
What are you showing me?
Well, that's off the site.
Okay. So, how is that threatening or harassing to you?
Right, I'll show it. Right, look at the names.
Yeah, I can see your name is there.
Right, hang on.
Is that where they're reposting your videos?
And when they do, what they do now, Richard Hull, what he does now, he'll do his live stream, but he'll have them in his ear where you can't hear. And what they're doing, they're actually watching my live stream, or even if I'm in a chat party with someone, and that's when they're abusive.
Okay, so don't make yours publicly available. I've said to you before, the main purpose of your using these chat facilities is to speak to your family, and as a direct quote what you told me, there's no reason why you can't pick up the phone and disengage yourself from the means of which these people are allegedly committing offences towards you or causing you alarm or distress. It is reasonable that you would take reasonable action to stop that happening, and it is incumbent on you to do that as well, to remove yourself from the problem.
And that will
But the trouble is,
that will be asked at court as well. What
yeah, but then
done?
even when I've stopped live streaming, that's when people start sending stuff round to my house.
And
that's the problem.
So, and it then carries on, because you then start. Remember what we said last time? You then put a message out to your trollers that I saw. You weren't expecting me to be able to see that. I'd seen.
No, because I gave my details out.
I watched that video where you were calling them out. I've seen numerous videos where you call them out. Again, you feed the beast. It carries on because you constantly reply to them. So they are being engaged with, and then you are being engaged with. The more you reply, the more it's going to happen. Yes, they might send stuff to your house because this is where you live and your address has been found out by them, whatever. There needs to be a consideration about you maybe considering living somewhere
actually,
else.
she wants to talk to you.
Okay.
Because they're even harassing her.
Okay.
By sending her messages.
Who is she?
That's my ex.
Okay.
You know Emma.
No, I don't. Your ex can ring the police.
Right,
it's a separate matter to you entirely.
No problem.
Okay. If she is receiving harassment, alarm, distress, she rings the police as it is her complaint.
Not
Again, her telling you that she's being harassed by these makes you feel that you're being harassed by virtue of the third party. That's not harassment, alarm, distress. That's not harassment in the criminal law aspect.
Not a problem.
That's not malicious communications.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
What am I going to see on these? What am I going to see?
Them being derogatory towards my disabilities and stuff like that.
And have these been reported to YouTube?
Say that again?
Have they been reported to YouTube?
This is the thing, we try reporting it, but nothing ever happens.
Okay. That's YouTube, that's not us.
Right.
Okay? Ultimately, the community standards, if they are breached, they are of a lower threshold than the police's and the law. The law says around malicious communications using electronic means of communication, written, or like that, or over the telephone, is grossly offensive or indecent. Okay? What I've seen so far, again, is not grossly offensive. It's bloody annoying, and you don't like it.
And that's two different things.
However, you do need to disengage yourself with watching them for a start, and get on with not following what they're doing. Because all you're doing, you're involving yourself in it. You're immersing yourself in that lifestyle. By immersing yourself in that lifestyle, you're not living anything else except this suspected harassment that you are receiving.
Right, okay.
So you need to, as I said before, you need to disengage with that lifestyle.
Well, that's not a problem. What I'll do, I shall just ignore them. Because, I mean, I've done live streams. They put comments on my live stream, and I've just been playing my game and just ignoring it. But, like I say, I tell you now, if you want to arrest me, you're more than welcome to. But anyone comes anywhere near my home, the first thing I release through that door is this little beast. And it's like the law says, if he takes a finger off while they're in my garden, he does not get destroyed and I don't get prosecuted. So as far as I'm concerned,
property. Okay.
that's exactly what I'll do.
Okay. What about... Okay, we're not here to arrest you. We don't want to arrest you, Danny. And you don't want to be arrested. But take on board what I've said about not phoning the control room all the time. Aaron will pick up these sheets. Do you need any more sheets dropping round?
No, I'm all right at the moment.
Okay.
But do I have your permission to use the last one to photocopy so that I can get some more, so it saves me having to keep...
If you want to do it that
going
way,
to
that's
Lime
fine.
Street.
Yes, I've got no problem with
The
that.
only reason why I say that is because it's got his details on there, and I don't want to...
So what I would
be in
ask you
trouble.
in that respect is, I did see the video where you got them like that, and you live streamed all of your evidence.
Yeah, but I didn't show you details.
No, you didn't. So first of all,
Yeah,
if you live stream these sheets on here,
Yeah.
and you get my name in it,
yeah,
whilst my name is publicly accessible, you're going to piss me off, okay?
yeah,
Because I don't want my name particularly bandied around your live streams or other people's.
yeah.
Secondly, you are destroying any credibility that you have of any evidence by live streaming it on the internet.
Right.
You are absolutely killing your credibility as a witness
And
if you're going to be
it
one.
won't get to court because they already know all the evidence.
Right, not a problem then.
So you've got to keep that evidence here with us so that we can review it, and we will give them the evidence when it gets to court, if it gets to court,
Right,
where we need to.
not a problem.
Quick question: your solicitor. What was you talking about your solicitor for earlier? What's happening there?
What it is, with my solicitor originally, because at the moment my solicitor doesn't know this guy's address,
Okay.
but my solicitor, now I've got to pay for it,
So what's your solicitor doing? Why have you got the solicitor?
because I want to get this letter sent to Richard Hull just to ask him to stop what he's doing and leave me alone. That's it.
Okay.
That was it.
Has
Now-
that been done by police already?
But they've done it with they've done it with Matey Boy. What's he called? Remy. He leaves me alone now.
Right. And who
But-
did that? Did the police do that, or did your solicitor do that?
The police have done that because
Okay.
it was just he's not really so much a troller.
Okay.
He's just all mouth.
Right.
He was the guy that I made friends with years ago in real life with my ex, because we got the same hobby, spiders and stuff
Okay.
like that. But with Richard Hull, although I've never met the guy, he's more intense of a troller.
Okay.
He's more, yeah, he's
And
the
your
worst.
solicitor is sending a letter to him.
Well, we're trying to,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you want Aaron to speak to your solicitor?
Yeah, I can do, yeah.
Do you want to give us his details?
Yeah, yeah, not a problem.
You send it me via text message.
Alright then.
Yeah.
Send those details to your solicitor. Aaron will speak to your solicitor and see if there's anything we can work together
No
with.
jumping.
See what we can do together. I'm not here to say that we're not going to help or we can do anything, but at least if Aaron speaks to his solicitor,
yeah,
we'll then have an idea of what he's doing. He'll also know our stance on it and what we can and what we cannot do.
Yeah, because he said like that.
Because at the moment you're going to be up here, so you're going to be raging because of this and whatever. So you're only going to tell him your side of the story.
Yeah.
We can actually tell him a little bit of both, because we will have done the investigations. We will have further information that you may not be privy to. So
not a problem.
send those details across, and Aaron will contact his solicitor
Right,
and
no
have
problem.
a chat with him as well.
Yeah, not a problem.
All right.
Because all it is, to be fair, I just want Richard Hull to leave me alone.
Okay.
That's all I want.
Be also mindful, it might come back the other way.
Yeah.
Once he gets a letter, he may ask for exactly the same that happened to you, to get you to stop contacting him or doing anything.
But that's the
And it'll
thing,
be
I've got nothing to hide. I mean, I know that I've interacted with them in the past. I know that. I don't dispute that, you know what I mean? But I've just done it out of frustration, you know what I mean?
But
you know?
it'll probably be, you just be mindful you might get a letter of a similar nature coming back to you.
Yeah.
To tell you to stop doing it as well.
Yeah.
Alright?
Well, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to play the old ignore it game. I mean, I'm going to tell my friend to just blatantly just ignore them. And just ignore it, see how far that goes.
Okay.
At the moment, get down. I'm hoping that these ain't going to have to be used, but get down.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. And just see how it goes from there. I mean, I don't give a shit if the guy calls me a paedophile or a nonce. I know I ain't no paedophile and a nonce. I've never had a kid in my life. At the end of the day, I've done some dumb things. I said some dumb things on my old PS3 days, which I'm not proud of, as you already are aware. You know what I mean? I've done time for it, you know what I mean? And I'm not proud of it. But at the end of the day, I said some stupid things. I opened my mouth when I shouldn't have opened my mouth at the wrong place at the wrong time. But at the end of the day, you know, the police have known me since I was like, what, 4 or 5 years old now? Well, you know the score. You've known my late stepfather. At the end of the day, one thing I ain't is no paedophile and a nonce, and I will stand my ground.
Get down.
I'm telling you, you're going to get slapped. Get down. Now stop it. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. Sorry. Get here.
Apart from that, down here, everything else alright?
Sorry, mate.
Are you alright with everything else?
I'm alright. I just need...
How's he looking after you?
Oh, that's good. I'm just worried about my... Right, I gotcha. You're going to... Mate, it's because he's a rescue dog.
Yeah.
Now stop it. People's work clothes. They've got to pay to get them clean. Anyway.
How's him looking after you?
I'm not worried about what happens to me. I'm just worried about my mum at the moment. I've
Okay.
not been able to see her.
Is she still in the same address?
Yeah. And I'm just worried about my son and everything. So I've got a little boy now.
Right.
And it's just...
Well, hopefully at the end of the day, you got the opportunity. Can she use Skype or something like that?
Yeah. I talk to her on FaceTime and
keep in touch with
stuff
her.
like that.
Because those little messages, those interactions, make a difference for her and for you, don't they? Okay.
Well, it's only her and my son, and
we will get through this eventually. Eventually, this will all go away.
I hope it does.
And then we can obviously go back to how it was, hopefully.
The only thing is that I do want to ask, because I've been told to ask for permission, because my parents can't give that permission out. Is it okay for me to go and see my mum sometime within the next couple of weeks, just through her glass window, so that she can just put some of my Christmas, because she's going to let me have it a week or two early?
Okay. I'm going to say I would wait until after next week.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. After the second.
I think you need to wait until those instructions come from the government, for the
Right.
guidelines, because it might be a
Because
case
she's got no
that
immune
you,
system.
that you
you
can
see,
go
so
anyway.
I
There
don't
may be a
wanna-
case of you're allowed to go then anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean I won't go in her house because she's got, because of her
No, yeah.
cancer treatment,
Yeah.
as you already know. I'm not going to go in
You've
there
got to
because she's
protect
got
her
no-
as well as yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I'm
but
just
yeah,
going there to pick up some stuff, and you know, and
you don't need to get our permission, you need to get the government permission for that, unfortunately. And we're all in the same boat. We're all
Yeah.
going to wait for that decision.
But yeah,
Alright? Right, we're going to go and let you crack on.
not a problem.
Right, it's good to see you again.
Take
on board. Take on board what I said though, alright?
Yeah.
You don't need to keep phoning us. You've got those sheets, and Aaron will be obviously in touch with you.
Well, as soon as my
Text him.
friend comes online, because he lives in a place called Manchester, Telford Signal,
Alright,
something like that. I'm just going to tell him now he's just got to stop talking to him and
yeah,
engage
that's
him.
it, exactly.
Did you ring Humberside Police last week?
Oh yes, I did.
What did they tell you?
They said that the evidence that I've given you, you've got to give to them as
Okay.
well.
Right. I would, in future with them, you can provide that to them directly. I don't need to come and see you for that. If they want to take
The officer rung
if they
yesterday,
want to take a statement from
last
you,
night, and said give it to you.
if they want to take a statement from you, they can do it over the phone. I've not had any officer's contact details to provide anything to.
Lying
Okay?
bastards.
So they have contacted.
They rung me last night
Daniel,
and said
I'm
that
speaking
I've got.
still, mate. They did ring me. They did ring the police and say, "Can you go get the evidence from you?" This is why we're here still, because we have this regular contact. I've got no details who the officer is. Okay.
Barley.
Barley.
If you've got some details, text them.
Right.
Along with your solicitor's details.
Not a
alright?
problem. Yeah, I will
And
do.
then we can
I'll
follow
send
it
it
up.
to you.
We'll
Not a
follow it
problem.
up if needs be then.
Yeah.
Alright?
Because my solicitors are only up the road anyway, so
Right, okay.
it's not a problem.
Danny,
All
nice
right
to see
then.
you, mate.
You wouldn't mind closing the blue gate 'cause it's a bit of
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
pain.
yeah, sure.
All right, thank you.
Take care, mate.
care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Now, settle down. No. Now, that stops. That's naughty. No biting. Now, this stops. Now, I want to play my game. Now, stop it. Are you going to be doing this all the way through? No. Now, I want to play my game now. There you go. Go down.